So I finally have it. It's Mechagodzilla, aka Kiryu, from the 2002 film Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. So this is a Soul of Chogokin figure, and you can kind of compare it to. I think the video actually exaggerates the size difference, but this is a Monster Arts Godzilla from the same movie. And here is the Soul of Chogokin. This is, I think, 6.3 inches. This is over 9 inches. So they are clearly not in scale. They are not intended to be in scale, and I'm perfectly fine with it. This is a much more, these are lovely figures, but this is a more high-end figure and a lot more expensive figure. So I will. Now they are coming out with a Mechagodzilla, I think early next year, that should be in scale. Although not Kiryu, but from the 1993 film. So I'm going to put Godzilla off to the side and focus on Mechagodzilla, aka Kiryu, who not only appeared in the 2002 film, but also the subsequent film Tokyo SOS, which I think was a superior film. Certainly the fights were superior. There are some things I like about Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, but overall, I think SOS was a better film, even though I don't like the title. All right, so I'm going to do a few things here. First of all, I should have prepared this. Oops! Oh, geez. Be careful. I'm going to turn his eyes on. There we go. Replace that. So he's got light up features. Now the first thing I noticed out of the box was he's covered in plastic, which should surprise no one, even though it is a $360 figure. Maybe you can find it for less. It is plastic. I think the feet might be metal. These pieces here might be metal. But all of this in here, everywhere is plastic. And that's fine. So the one thing that I can tell you is that lifting it up, this has got some serious weight to it. And so I suspect there is metal inside probably, but it definitely has the weight of a figure, of a high-end figure. So I would not look at it as a disappointment because of all the plastic. It is a gorgeous figure. Okay, so we could look at the different extras on it. Well, let me just start by saying or add that Bandai really does an excellent job of doing detailing. And so this is, when I watch the film, this is an incredibly accurate reproduction of the as you call it, kaiju robot. We have, so this, in one scene, Mechagodzilla stabs Godzilla in the bicep with a retractable blade, and then Godzilla snaps it off. So this is removable. This is put on to his forearm, stuck on kind of there. There's actually two of them. So you could technically put one on each arm. So there's the blade, replaceable head pieces. This one has red eyes. This one, as far as I could tell, is just the same as this one. Okay. This piece here is a tubing that is, it's stiff, but it is flexible. And you could put that, it would attach. I didn't do it, but it attaches here and then goes back into the back of his elbow. You can see here on the side one of his rockets. So this one actually was a challenge to open up because you can see here how tight it is into the body. So this panel will open up, and I'm not going to use a tool on it because I don't want to damage the plastic or scratch the plastic. So I just used my fingernail, and it was not easy. So it closes up there like that. Okay. The The articulation is not amazing. The elbow has some pretty good bend, and it's got articulation all over. It's got some ab crunch. The tail will move about. The shoulders and the knees are both ratchet joints. The hips have almost no movement whatsoever. They don't have any kind of lateral movement. They do have some forward, backward movement. The feet have some movement. So not much in the way of articulation, but it's fine. I'm not going to complain about it. So this backpack, I didn't really figure out how to put this on. This is in the movie. He kind of wears it. You can see it on here. Attaches somehow, and I never really figured out how. I'm not going to display it with that on there. And then at one point, it does come off and flies at Godzilla using the jets and nails him in the chest. Okay, so there is let me see here. At one point, at the end of the movie, he's badly damaged, and so we have a damaged arm. It will pop in. Actually, both shoulders will pop out, possibly too easily, but that's okay. We also have a damaged chest piece. Okay. Now in here, this is the Absolute Zero weapon, and I will demonstrate that because we have another light up feature. So I'm going to open that. This one took me a little while to figure out. I was a bit confused because I turned the battery on, turned the light on, and the light didn't come on. So I was like, well, why is the light not come on? And you might never figure out. All right, here's the instruction manual. And unfortunately, I always try and keep my stuff in pristine mint condition. And this one looks kind of abused, and not by me. So this is how it came out of the box. So before I show the Absolute Zero, they do go through here in the manual, and it shows some sketches from the movie, I assume. I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what it's really saying. And then we have I think these are pictures of the figure itself that are quite nice. So this looks a little bit different, a little more Godzilla-like than the actual end result. And then I guess it just talks about the character, and then we have a couple people holding their own figures. All right. Shows all the different things that come with it, how to replace the head and things. And then, even though I can't read Japanese, it does show, let's see, so there's the light up, and it shows you doing something here. I was like, what in the world is that? So this actually will push in. There we go. So there it is lit up, and I guess that's when it launches the, okay, so all right, I'm just figuring this out now. So I guess this is it just going through its effect, which is preparing for and then launching the Absolute Zero. So this piece here, this chest piece will pull out fairly easily. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. No, I can't. I'm not going to do it. Okay, and then it can be replaced with this piece. And this piece does not have light-up features. So it would have a whole big thing here. But the damaged chest piece, this is kind of at the end of the movie. It shows Mechagodzilla Kiryu rather damaged after his fight. And so it's showing here also where the jets come out. And like I said, they are a challenge to get those out. And I'm not going to use any kind of tool for fear of scratching it. It's got a base. There it's showing the tubing that attaches and replacement of the various pieces. So, dropped my piece. Okay, so this figure, I am not disappointed at all. If I had any complaint with this, it's that I think it could have used shading. I think it could have used a lot of paint shading. I I meant to show a picture of it, a still shot from the movie, but I forgot. But the movie has all sorts of shading all over the place. Like for instance, around here and here, and it gives the figure a lot more kind of depth, kind of a weathered look. This one looks very clean. So I think the shading would have added a lot. But overall, I would say this. At some point, maybe when my kids move out, I would like to get a few more glass cabinets and put my best figures in. And this one is so eye-catching, so gorgeous, that it definitely would make the cut on something I would display in, say, possibly even the living room, for people to see. Because I think that this one is one of those figures that really looks like something you would see, say, in a museum. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't think anyone would be disappointed. I'm not sure what anyone would be disappointed at, unless you see it and you actually think that it's going to be made out of an exterior of metal. I mean, it looks like it could possibly be, but it is not metal. So let me just show some. I'm not sure why, but this piece will pop out. Oh, I'm sitting there worried about its This figure, it almost assuredly will never topple over. It's got big feet. The weight is all in the back because of the tail, and it can't topple backwards because of the tail. So you would really have to give this a good knock to have it fall over. But it's got a lot of detailing in here, and it is very film accurate. I was watching it, and the tubing in there, all that stuff. I when I saw the figure, I was like, really? I don't remember that from the movie, but when I watched the movie again, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. All that tubing and stuff. So there is some more looks. It is a really gorgeous figure. I do not regret getting this one despite the price. Absolutely fantastic. So I assume they went with metal for the feet to keep the center of gravity low, but it's not going to topple over. You would just have to, bam, smack it over to have it fall. Beautiful figure. This was, I don't know, maybe this was my most anticipated figure that I have on pre-order. So anyway, this is the Soul of Chogokin GX-103 Mechagodzilla, aka Kiryu.